So if you're wondering why I'm on my living room floor right now, it's because I just watched the video you're about to watch and I'm not exactly happy with the way that my body looked in that video. So I'm gonna do something about it before it, so then that way I feel better when I post this video and look the way I do. So with that said, I'm gonna do some push-ups, maybe some shoulder press, maybe some curls. Not gonna show you the whole thing, but I'm gonna get to work on it right now because it's important and it's good for like health and wellness and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna do that right now, get with push-ups going on right now. Have you ever done a shoulder press in an office chair? Don't. All right, so it looks like I just needed a little bit better lighting and a pump and some exaggerating angles to make it look a lot better. But hey, I feel better about myself already, so that's always good. So with that said, go ahead, watch the video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and I'll see you, well, in the next part of the video. Hey, what's up? It's Gabe here. Welcome back to the channel. And today I figured I'd just sit in this nice comfy chair in front of the crib and talk about a couple things that I had going on recently and in the very near future, which I think you might find interesting. And if not, well, I find them interesting because I'm heavily biased towards most of the content that I put on this channel. So the two things I want to talk about, firstly, is being a new parent, because if you didn't know, my wife and I had a daughter, and over the last 3 weeks, we've been learning a whole lot about being parents. And I do want to do another one of these videos with her here, but right now she's actually with my daughter at her parents'. So they're spending time together for the next like 45 minutes or so. So I figured I'd take the time I have now in the quiet, which I forgot what it felt like, and fill that quiet with me just talking about this stuff on video while I have the quiet time to be loud. If that makes sense, awesome. If not, then, well, we'll keep moving on. The other thing I wanted to talk about is what we're doing in the next 10 days in regards to this place. Because if you didn't know, my lease was ending here. And by my lease, I mean our lease. So we're going to be actually moving. And I guess I just spoiled the whole thing right there. But we're going to keep rolling anyway. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was being a new parent. Because it's been both amazing and incredibly tiring at the same time. It's like two almost conflicting ideas just meshed together, and it's really, really cool. So pretty much how each day has been going lately is a 24-hour clock of helping my daughter get fed and changing her and just being with her and being with my wife and just talking with her and supporting her, and just kind of just the rest of that time that I'm not doing those things is either spent eating, doing a little bit of cleaning, or in some kind of like mental fog days, because the most sleep I've got consecutively is like 4 hours. And that was like, or okay, maybe actually no, there was one day that I got 5 hours of sleep, and that was like amazing. Now, that's consecutive sleep, because there are some times throughout the day where I'll take like a 2-hour nap. So I get like a decent amount of hours across the whole day, but it's not the same as getting like 7 hours for me is like primo sleep. Anything more than that, I kind of get a little groggier, and I've tested that over a long period of time. I've known that 7 hours straight for me is amazing. Anything less, not so great. Anything more, not so great. And I haven't got anywhere near 7 hours consecutively for the last 3 weeks. So it's kind of getting on, like wearing on me a little bit, but I'm pushing through and learning a lot about how to take care of a baby, even though I did a whole bunch of preparation with my wife and we learned a whole lot. It's not the same as applying it, which is the same thing when it comes to like lifting and dieting and like email marketing and doing all this stuff. Like, you can learn it, but you don't really learn it until you do it, and then you learn from what you did and what you did wrong so you can do better next time and get better with the skills. Like, all these things are skills, and same thing with parenting. Like, you get better the more you do it, but the more you kind of take it with an open mind and be like, okay, since I did this way, this is not the way to do it, and this might be the way to do it. Try that, and now it works better. Okay, then there you go. So, for example, like the first night, we really were just not at the optimal level of like the schedule, like getting into that groove of like, okay, she needs to be fed pretty much every 3 hours or as needed. And if there was any bit of a stretch, like even close to that or longer, that wasn't good. And doing it too often, like feeding her too often wasn't also good. And there's just a lot of different details to like just look at her, like our daughter, and just try to respond to what she's doing before it gets too crazy and she starts crying or anything like that. So with that said, it's really, really cool to be a parent, and I'm really excited about it, but it also is incredibly tiring because the sleep schedule is going to be off for, I know that it's going to be a long time. So we're going to make the best of it, and I think I am making the best of it, and I think my wife is going to make the best of it, because she needs, like, she's in demand more. So with that said, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool, and that's a big reason why we're going to actually be moving in the next 10 days, because our lease is up and we're going to need the support for my wife so her parents can help out in different ways, and then I can get back to focusing on work and making money and saving up for a house, which is going to be the ultimate goal. We might move to an apartment first. We haven't figured out those details yet, but the ultimate goal is to get a house with land so we can have a place for our pup to run around, and like a room for our daughter as she grows up, and maybe more family members down the line that we create. Who knows? We'll see, but most likely. But pretty much that's the idea, is to save up, get a house, and have the support while we're there. So then that way I can save up and work really hard to provide for our family and kind of build some more stability, because even though we've been here for a little over 2 years consecutively, which is pretty good for me because I moved around a lot growing up. Just need to really build that stability for the future, and it's gonna be a lot of work, but it's definitely gonna be worth it, and it's gonna be good. As you can probably tell with this whole video, I'm still kind of not sleeping a whole ton. So like my words and my brain are kind of just not linked up super well. And I also haven't really been working out, which is why it looks like I'm withering away, because I probably actually am like losing muscle mass because I haven't been working out in the last few weeks. I think I've done maybe 50 total chin-ups across 3 weeks, and maybe like 80 to 100 push-ups total, and then like around 100 squats, and that's pretty much it. So I need to get back to working out, but I'm really not stressing about it right now. And also, like with the email that I've been doing, a daily email, I did it for 145 days in a row, and then I missed not only one email, I think I missed like 10 emails last month, something like that. So I'm way out of my groove, but there are much more important things to focus on right now, like taking care of our daughter and moving out of here, because that's going to be a project. We have a lot of stuff, and we got to move it to storage unit and to my wife's parents' house. So yeah, I could probably talk about this for the rest of time, but I'm not going to do that. You probably already stopped watching this video, but if you are here, let me know in the comments. Type out the word sleep if you made it to this point. That way I know, and then I'm going to go try and get some of that when everyone's back. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to do probably another video very soon when we are moving, if I can remember. I think I will, because it's a pretty big event. We've been here for a while, and it'd be cool to kind of like document moving from here to there. So stay tuned for something of like that. So stay tuned for something like that in the future. And until next time, I'm out of here. I'll see you next time. Peace.